and welcome to Seen Through Glass, and welcome to Silverstone in the UK for the British Grand Prix. Now, this time last year, some of you may remember that Shell V-Power hooked me up with four-time Formula 1 world champion Sebastian Vettel. He scared the hell out of me in a Ferrari 488 GTB and admitted that his favourite channel on YouTube was Seen Through Glass. I definitely didn't feed him that line at the time. Well, unbelievably, once again, Shell V-Power have come through and got me exclusive access to Seb ahead of the British Grand Prix. He's going to be coming down here, meeting up with me, and we are going to be going head to head on a Ferrari Formula 1 simulator. I'm so confident. I'm definitely going to win. Seb, great to see you again.
Hi.
I see today as like my audition for the Ferrari Formula 1 team. I think if I can beat you on here, I might get a shot at a drive. That's realistic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Let's keep your dream alive.
My dream alive. I think I'll allow you a warm-up lap because I've been here for like 3 hours practicing. So,
Okay.
Do you want to jump on first? Yeah, I'll put you on here if that's okay.
All right. Is that 142? Is that your best?
I don't know if that was me. Last time I did this, I did one against Mark Webber. It was a few years ago. Oh, here it goes. And I got the red mist. I got the impression red mist, and when I beat him, and I did the #1 fingers thing.
Yeah?
It didn't go down very well.
We didn't like that.
You didn't like that. What's happened to the number? We didn't see the #1, so do you have a different...
Well, I don't win that much.
You don't?
So.
This year you're winning a lot.
Well, I think you saw it then 3 times, I guess.
Yeah, but
I can't do it if I finish second, can I?
No, they will be slightly awkward.
Oh.
This is why I want to give you practice.
Do you have any assistance on?
Absolutely.
This is harder than driving the real thing. Well, I shouldn't tell you this.
No, you should pretend like it's really easy. But are these PlayStation games anything like the real simulators? Oh.
Well, we've got a bigger simulator, obviously, that we work on, which is... Yeah. So in this regard, this is very static.
Because in my bedroom, when I win at this game, I'm like, I'm as good as Seb. Like, I could now go pro.
Yeah, that's the idea of the game, I guess. So whoever, you know.
To give me an ego boost, basically. You only get one practice lap, by the way.
Where's DRS?
I don't know where DRS is. You don't know where DRS is? I have no idea. You can use that as an excuse if I get a couple of attempts in. Silverstone's still a great track.
Yes, especially this part. Oh, when you manage to make it, actually.
And this year with the...
There's DRS. I hit the DRS.
You found DRS, you smashed it right there. Full on. Okay, so your practice lap time is a 1:55. I think I did a 1:42.
You were cheating then. Where did you find the shortcut?
I was cheating. My shortcut was traction on and ABS.
How was it? You had everything on?
No, this year though, you are a lot more competitive, right? It must feel good to be at least fighting for victories.
Yeah, I'm already 8 seconds up.
I'm trying to distract you, you can't even out the delta.
10 seconds, you see?
Stop!
10 and a half.
Okay, you've got to make up 12.
But you're racing against me on this, or I'm just racing on my own?
After we'll do a shootout, I'm going to go now 12 seconds up on the delta, that's fine. Okay, now 13. Now I'm getting nervous. We're going to do a shootout after this.
How many times did you practice then?
I've been here like 3 hours.
No, you have really?
No. I've done a few laps, but I have the game at home. So, but I don't have this whole setup. I want to.
There you go. 15 seconds up.
I really thought today I was going to get a job as an F1 driver. I thought I was going to be able to go home and say I beat you, Dad. I'm getting broke. 16 seconds. Okay, oh my god, 1:37.
Alright, so now we race.
Now we race. Why did I give you time to warm up? That was a disaster.
See, my tactics work well. I talked you into a second lap.
You talked me into a second lap. Well, you just went for it. Let me reset you.
I'm just a dreamer, but I'm hanging on. Though I have nothing big to offer.
Right, I'm coming in with the voiceover because as you're about to see, I am nowhere near as good as Seb at talking whilst driving, and I want to get some excuses in early. Just to clarify, I hadn't been there all morning practicing, and I soon found out that trying to interview Sebastian Vettel whilst playing a PlayStation game, whilst trying to make a YouTube video about it whilst 30 people stood around watching, is quite hard to do. So that probably is the reason that whilst exiting Luffield onto the old pit straight, I royally binned it. I tried to shake it off as not a big deal, but I was so angry and upset with myself. Whilst I'm no Tiamat Marduk on F1 games, I am not awful, and I genuinely thought I had a chance at least being competitive with Seb, but I'm embarrassed to say the pressure got to me. I would have loved to have challenged him to another lap, but as you can imagine, time with a Formula 1 champ is limited, and it was pre-agreed to be a one-lap shootout, so I just had to sit there, fake smiling, pretending to laugh at his jokes whilst dying inside.
I wait for you at the line.
What have you said now?
137.
137.
But that's still slow. We should be below 30.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I did the 147, so let's not talk about that. Okay. Well, that really bad.
Right, so sorry for your failed audition. I don't think...
My room selfish. I'm not going to be getting a phone call anytime soon.
Is your dream still alive?
Yeah, you know, I need a little bit more practice though, I think so.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, we just saw that maybe I'm not quite ready to jump into a Formula 1 car. Those were last year's cars. This year you guys are a lot more competitive. You've got a big push and innovation from Shell, obviously, as part of the whole team. What do you think's made the difference this year?
Well, it's a team effort. Obviously the development is ongoing, but yeah, we obviously still try to squeeze more power out of the engine, out of the drivetrain.
And how important is you know, the fuels and the oils?
Yeah, very important. So we try to squeeze more power. At the same time, we want to make it more reliable because we don't have endless amount of engines to use. So if one breaks, that's very bad news.
Big problem.
Yeah, a big problem. Because you get a penalty if you use an extra unit. But you know, we're lucky that we have such a good partner. There's a lot of effort going into this. You know, trying to work out new formulas for the fuel, finding small differences. Small differences. But you know, we've proven in the past that it makes a difference. They supplied us with better fuels. We got more power, and we did a difference on the track. So
absolutely, I met one of the scientists actually at Le Mans, and we were talking about it. I couldn't believe they just sat away in a little truck somewhere, you know, working out formulas. It's like little sort of chemistry explosions and scientists. It's amazing what goes into it.
I wasn't very good in chemistry.
No, nor was I. It went over my head a little bit, but I was like,
difficult to follow. But yeah, there's a lot of
it's amazing
work, and I sit in the car, I feel the difference, so that's
the biggest thing. And Shell and Ferrari also have a very long history working together. If you were to go back, you know, forgetting current seasons and drive for Ferrari in any other Formula 1 season, is there a year, is there a period that you would have liked to have been a Ferrari driver with Shell?
Well, I think the cars as they are now are the fastest they've ever been, so I think that's quite enjoyable. But back then they also had the fastest cars they've ever.
Of course, at the time.
At the time, so yeah, I think the 70s, end of 70s maybe, when you know Formula 1 was still very raw, but the car started to be, you know, fairly quick. I think that could have been a nice time. And mid-90s, to be honest.
Yeah, for me that's the mid-early 90s.
It's also in a way how I, you know, remember Formula 1 at first.
Of course.
V12 engines and some proper downforce, high cornering speeds.
I remember there was a picture of Schumi at Ferrari once parked up in the garage with the car sitting low, like testing at night, and for me that was my period. Yeah. The only other thing I wanted to pick up on you, last time we met you spoke about the F40 being your favourite Ferrari.
Still is.
So I drove an F40 since we last met. Oh my god, like the traction's similar to that.
Yes.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah, and it comes out and then, all of a sudden,
And I had the owner sitting next to me, the most nervous passenger ever. Yeah. And he's like, okay, just slowly accelerate, slow. So the boost kicked in, and he's like trying to hold on to everything. Amazing, right?
It is. It wants to kill you.
Yeah, it wants to kill you.
Driver's car.
Thank you so much. Really nice to see you again. I will go and practice at home.
All right.
Thanks, sir.
Cheers.
Well, what an amazing way to royally mess up my opportunity to wow Sebastian Vettel. I honestly thought if I drove really well, even like beat him, he'd be like, hey Sam, come hang out, let's drive Formula 1 cars together. But I royally messed it up. But anyway, huge thanks once again to Shell V-Power for making this whole thing happen. I mean, it's ridiculous now that I can come down to Silverstone and just hang out with Seb Vettel and play PlayStation before the British Grand Prix. Unbelievable. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you have, and make sure to subscribe for plenty more videos to come.